Welcome to Bruins Overtime Live, presented by BuyAToyota.com. Adam Pellerin, Billy Jaffe, Barry Peterson. Bruins come back, but fall short in Philly. 3-2 your final. In a game that saw the Bruins not score for the first 50 minutes of the game. They come back, they tie, they come back again. And then at the end of the day, you're thinking, okay, well, this is a winnable game. But at the end, then 90 seconds left, that all goes away.
Yeah, and if it wasn't for Ullmark, to begin with, even as you come into this thing, you're outshot 16-7 in a third period where you're supposed to be a little bit desperate. You didn't have it. And as Brick was talking about, from the second period on, as we talked about in the green room, this game was very, very winnable there for you.
Yeah, but there's something, I don't know. I don't like the look of it. I didn't. You mentioned 16-7 in the third. I don't like how they started. Am I happy they make an effort to come back? Sure, but chasing a game, whatever sport you're playing, it's tiring, man.
Yeah.
It's tiring, right? And you're playing a team that's desperate, very desperate, and I don't see the desperation out of the Bruins right now, last couple of games. So I know we're not at the playoffs yet, but this is about playoff positioning, right? Again, you have opportunities. The other night, Florida loses. You don't win. You don't get nothing. You get nothing against New York. You don't separate here. You lose this game. I don't know. I think there has to be that, especially the top guys again, that gut check.
That's what I was going to say.
Where are we at right now, guys?
After we said after the Rangers game, the top six for the Bruins and the top D weren't necessarily there. And we're saying it for the second game in a row. Yeah.
And considering you came back twice to tie in that third period and you were tied with 90 seconds left, you're thinking at least you're going to grab a point out of this. But then Tyson Foerster comes storming up at the left side and beats Linus Ullmark.
Yeah, the Bruins get caught here, Billy, and Poehling moves it over to Foerster, and you're not sure right there if it goes off Carlo's stick or not. As Brick had said, he wasn't sure. We couldn't tell. We tried to slow it down. And, Ullmark, that's one you expect to make that save. But the Bruins get caught there in a turnover, and they can't get back to help out. The D got to kind of back in because it's a 3-on-2. And that's one, the way Ullmark had been playing that third period, that's one you think he's going to get.
Yeah, there's a switch you see. Van Riemsdyk's back checking, and then motion's over. McAvoy can't get to Foerster quickly, or Carlo, I beg your pardon. I think it does, something goes off the stick. I think there's a little bit of contact, whether it's the puck or the follow-through. Regardless, you'd love to have a save there. But you were getting so many saves, but you'd love to have that save made there. I mean, Foerster snipes. The kid's been hot lately.
Yeah.
He's been good. I just, something I think the Bruins are having an issue with. I want to say it seemed like a harmless 3-on-2, but just the speed of the opponent. We saw numerous times in this game, fellas, where Philadelphia accelerated and they got out of their zone and they created some of that. And the Bruins had to chase them a bit. And here was another example of speed, allowing them to make something, not out of nothing, but something out of something that was just average.
With less than 2 minutes left to go, a bad turnover down in the offensive zone that creates the 3-on-2 that allows them to attack you with speed to the neutral zone. You have to have a really good recognition that, of the clock in your head that, hey, I can't turn this thing over here. I got to keep it deep and try and give us a chance to score a goal, but at least not get one against.
Yeah.
So that's how it ended. Let's show you how we got there in the third period. The Bruins trailing 1-0. Halfway through the period, Justin Brazeau, which starts with a nice play from Jake DeBrusk, too.
Yeah, good play by Lori, too. The coil, he moves it up, and then all of a sudden you're going to see Brazeau, the big guy, go to the backhand. And as we were saying, guys, in the green room, what a great story for this kid. Giving the opportunity and take advantage of it. It was a great pass by Lori. Then Coyle sticks with it, and he's able to get it by two guys right there. And Brazeau recognizes he's got time, Billy, and he takes it to the backhand.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Philadelphia, though, right here, you're saying, why do I have two guys outside the dots there, right?
Yep.
I mean, what are we doing over there? That was Zamula who gets caught outside the dots, and now Brazeau gets it after it goes through the skates, and there's this long reach. Johnson trying to cover the far post. He's desperately trying to get back, but Brazeau on the real long reach, something pretty cool to watch right there. There's no way for the goaltender Ersson to be able to keep up on that. But again, listen, this is big guy, strong guy, and he's a skilled player for his size.
Take a look at the numbers over the last 3 games. When I said Jake DeBrusk, I was thinking of the Bruins' second goal, where DeBrusk made a nice play. Obviously, Charlie Coyle and Justin Brazeau teaming up right there. But Travis Konecny, who scored the first goal of the game on a power play, assisted by Tyson Foerster, who ended up with the game winner, scores the Flyers' second goal, which gives them the lead with less than 5 to go.
Yeah, and this is after Marchand loses the puck, thinks about changing, and then back the other way again. In transition, Barry goes to the Philadelphia Flyers. seems like a harmless play, right? As Konecny's going to get it, a little drive to the middle. I don't know, Ullmark must be thinking that Tippett must see him out of his peripheral vision and that he's coming in, because he gets off his post just a little bit. And this goes under the pad, right? Goes under his left pad. You'll see right there. Beats him almost at the toe area and goes in. It's kind of an awkward set, I felt, by
to me it looks like Ullmark is kind of really expecting that that's going to be a pass across the tip, and he starts to cheat, and then once there, 5-hole open.
Star of the game is Travis Konecny. 3 goals, 4 assists in his last 6 games. Now has 30 goals on the season.
Kid plays hard, man. Every game, huh, Billy?
30-goal season. And so
he
Travis
really
Konecny, 2 goals and assists in 3 games against the Bruins. I mentioned Jake DeBrusk coming up with a nice play. It's led to a Danton Heinen goal, so let's show you how that one played out.
Yeah, it was, as you had mentioned, it was first a great pass by DeBrusk to Geekie. Right in here, he controls it, gets a nice pass, and then Geekie recognizes he's by himself, Billy. He's going to hold on to it and wait for a change, and then he sees, I don't know how he saw Heinen there, and he throws this all the way across the center of the ice in that big seam, and Heinen lets it go all the way across to his forehand, and he's able to one-time it. What a shot.
Really hard play, and it's not like Philly doesn't have numbers back.
Yeah.
4 black sweaters are back there. Heinen, though, stays above the fray, and here he's coming into the play from the outside. He stays away from any potential back checker. That opens up the lane for him. Stick on ice, and he does. Snaps a little, it's a rocket of a one-timer. 2 good reads. There's patient read by DeBrusk, and then watch here. Puck protection, and then swiveled actually to the inside by Morgan Geekie, and then he ends up, you think he's going to curl up, instead he swirls to the inside, and there's a gorgeous pass, and there it is. That's Heinen made it look easy. That's anything
so hard.
But easy. That is so difficult what he did right there, and he got a ton on it. You're thinking at that point, okay, you showed life, good stuff. You're showing some fortitude, gumption, whatever you want to call it, right? Come on, like you said earlier, get a point out of that.
But that's a bad habit that's been kind of hanging around here for a couple of months now, where you can't hold on to your lead or at least get you into overtime in that third period.
Yep, too bad. Bruins walk away empty-handed after a 3-2 loss to the Flyers. There's still time to enter the Boston Bruins Foundation's March to a Million 50-50 raffle for your chance to win half of the largest jackpot of the season. Look at the current jackpot. It was $802,000, I think, at intermission.
Wow.
It's gone up $11,000.
You should go to QVC. The way you sell things,
Act
man.
now. I mean, you can't live without a 50-50 raffle ticket.
Are you working for a commission here, bud?
Hey, listen, I'm working for the Bruins Foundation right now.
Boy.
Clearly, it is working. Still got a week to go before March 30th, too. Plenty of time. Bruins fall short. Brad Marchand with a couple of words for Scott Laughton. Have to think it has something to do with the hit on Eric Johnson earlier in the game, perhaps. Not quite sure, but we will hear from Jim Montgomery, his conversation with Brick, and Billy and I are going to hit the road to the Garden in a little bit. Get ready for the Hockey East Championship.
Long day, boys.
Oh, yeah.
Caffeine in you.
Battle of Com Ave, BUBC. We'll preview that next.